We're here.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
The light actually, we had a full lighting session last night.
Okay. James Wesley, my husband, Seth Rudetsky, welcome to Stars in the House. After last night's show, Seth will explain what it is later, but okay, after last night's show, show number 54, 55, we finally realized that we actually know lighting designers from Broadway.
That have won Tony Awards?
Yeah. And,
it's been basically the three of us and also Marsha Cross trying to help us do lighting. We've looked so old, haggy. Anyway, we did a whole session last night while Jeff Corder was eating dinner. And,
we caught him eating dinner. And
he redesigned the lights. Don't we look at least? I feel like
it's daytime. Now tonight.
I know, but still, even during the day, I feel like
I look better.
I look 60 instead of my signature. It's 90.
It's literally the lamp right here. He actually said would help, which Andrea Martin would appreciate because he really said using incandescent lights and not fluorescent lights that she hates with a passion. So
tip of the hat to Andrea.
Yes. Anything to use up a lot of energy. What's up? Seth?
No, I want to look at the candles.
Oh, and he also told us to do like have more space between here. So anyway, enough of that boringness. Seth, what is Stars in the House?
So this is our show. We do it twice a day, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern, but then it's on for, whenever, for your viewing pleasure. And it's for the Actors Fund. And basically it's like an interview show, but there's also music. There's this, there's that. It's really to cheer you up all around the world so we feel a little bit more connected in our social distancing isolation and to raise money for the Actors Fund. But a lot of people don't know what the hell the Actors Fund is. James, what is the Actors Fund?
The Actors Fund is a nonprofit. Mom, I can hear you cleaning. I appreciate you cleaning in the kitchen. But I can hear everything she says. I'm leaving. I'm just like her, by the way. I found out is now we've been almost 5 weeks all together, you, me, and Julie and Mom.
Yeah.
How much I'm like my mom. And one of the things is like Andrea Martin, who also is has a real thing for hearing things.
It's called
there's something
where you can hear one noise in the background without going crazy. It's really,
exactly.
It's really fun to be with him.
And
I'm really writing something. I'm like writing. He's like, it's so noisy. The pen is so noisy. I'm like, it is? Wow, it's annoying.
It's so true. So now that my mom has gone back.
What is the Actors Fund, dear?
The Actors Fund is a performing art. Oh my God, I don't even know what it is anymore. It's an organization to help people in the performing arts who are in need, which right now more than ever. And it is for not just people on stage, it's people behind the scenes. And we keep saying it for voice teachers, dance teachers, wedding singers,
bar mitzvah singers for
right.
the Jews in the house.
All over the country, not just the coasts, but everywhere else. And they really are going full tilt on this. I mean,
they've been donating at least around $250,000 per day just to people's rent, medical bills, health insurance. And it's for everybody. Once again, it's for everybody in the business. And you can donate. The minimum donation is $5. It can't go lower than $5. But go to Stars in the House, give us a solid $5 or whatever the H you want. And it really, truly beyond helps people. They're giving out so much money.
Hey, Seth, tell people the handles, and I'll look up what the amount is that we've raised. So while you're doing that, so just yesterday, almost $5,000 was raised.
Yeah, just yesterday. By the way, please follow us here.
And the total, oh my gosh, I gotta get my glasses on. Oh
my
gosh.
$5,000 was raised just yesterday with the two shows, and our total so far was so close.
$197,648 for the Actors Fund.
We're so close.
We're so close. And tonight, because I know that we'll go over the $200,000 mark. Tell everyone, Seth.
So tonight we have basically all the stars from Glee, a little TV show called Glee, all the stars from Glee, and whatever you're donating, we have a matching donation. So if you guys donate up to $5,000, someone else will match the $5,000. So please, God, watch tonight and donate so we get a matching grant. So we'll get $10,000.
And then we'll get well over that $200,000 mark.
Yes, Queens.
I have to say we go right into the star of the hour.
Yeah, is there anything else I need to post? No,
I don't know.
Donate Starts in the House. Okay, that's it. All right, so excited to be here. One of our favorite comedians. He pronounced the comedian. Please welcome the brilliant Mr. Sean Hayes.
Hi, Sean.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Okay. Can you guys talk more about lighting and setting up the camera? Because that was exciting.
Okay, Sean, you're an ass bag. Let me just say that there's so many comments, literally all about, as you see, lighting, check mark. Literally, I approve of the lighting.
Oh, good.
So we have regular viewers that are obsessed with things like that. Now let's talk about your brand.
I'll get them about how washed out I look.
I don't want to brag, but you do. Okay, so
the
Sean,
background is darker than me.
I just want to say you're wearing well, actually, I want to go back in time. First of all, I'm wearing this pink shirt today.
Hold on. You want to do it this way?
Why? You like this better?
See a little bit better?
I guess you like that. So I'm wearing this pink shirt today because I found a photo from when we very first met, right after the Yankees, and I was wearing this pink shirt.
Oh, wow. Where was that?
That was right after Damn Yankees.
At City Center.
And you're wearing the same pink shirt right now?
It's not the same, but it's the same hue.
There you go.
Grant.
Next question.
Yeah.
So we have 1,000 to talk about. Let's first talk about your hat, which is about the movie Lazy Susan, which we laughed so effing hard at. James has many questions, and then I have many. Actually, no. Why don't we show the trailer first, right?
You want to show the trailer? Sure.
I'm going to show the trailer to Lazy Susan. Hold on. We're extremely professional here. This is Sean Hayes' new movie where he plays the role of Lazy Susan.
Sometimes I wish my family died in a house fire, except for me, you know. And then everyone put money in a fund for poor baby Susan. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Is there anything else Kmart should know about you before we conclude this interview?
I'm very creative, and I can do percentages in my head.
I see you left the box unchecked for have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Intern.
Your father could never keep a job either.
Hey, Susan, want to hear a joke?
I don't. I'm late for work.
Where are you working now?
Kind of all around, you know, party planning and, you know, like that. You kicked me out of my apartment.
I gave you like 9 warnings.
What are you looking to get for this today?
$20,000?
Whoa. This is employees only. You're supposed to use gloves when scooping ice.
I was just wondering if I could stay with you guys.
What's wrong with it?
I'm sorry, I got distracted, and next thing I know, I'm banging into the back of you.
Oh yeah, I know you want.
You work here?
I own.
Oh my God. This could be what I've been waiting for. Someone to take care of me for a change. Can I borrow your Spanx for tonight?
No, the boys made eye masks out of them.
We're all going on a trip. We're taking you to Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls is on my vision board.
You're not going.
I'm Susan. Did you get me a present?
Oh, yeah, sweetie. I got you. Here's some crazy glue.
Cool.
Yeah, go crazy.
Johnny, it's so funny. All right, Jimmy, you ask your questions first.
Well, before we go into like how the movie came about, I want to know how you decide on the trailers, and I'll ask you why, Sean, because watching the movie, it's like, how do we talk to you without giving the ending away, or like, you know, that sort of thing. And for this one, whenever we go to a movie, he hates almost all trailers because he feels like it's the whole movie in 60 seconds. So
drives me crazy.
So I'm kind of going backwards here. Like, how do you decide? Because having seen, you know, the movie, it's like
it doesn't give away too much.
It doesn't give away too much. It gives the tone and the comedy, but there's also a darkness to it and a drama. But like, how do you decide what goes into a trailer?
It's such a good question. You know, Scotty had a lot of input with Shout Factory, which is the studio that released the movie. And it was everybody kind of just chimed in and was like, you know, what we thought would work and wouldn't. And to your point, we didn't want to give too much away, but you know, it's all about at this day and age, getting people into the tent and like, how do you grab people's attention? And so you try to, that's why they give away some of the best jokes in trailers, or the best moments in dramas, you know, because it doesn't matter. People will want to see what caused that funny moment or that dramatic moment anyway, you know? And so it's all about just trying to put your best foot forward, I think.
And yet not giving away too much. And that's what's delicious about it.
So we've known you for a long time, Sean, and you've been talking about Lazy Susan for a while. Like, so explain like how it came about and how, just go.
Yeah, go. I love those junkets. Like when you're just sitting there and you've done like 75 interviews and they go, so Lazy Susan, Tell us about it.
I know.
Well, I'm trying not to say that because
No.
it didn't start just as a movie, right? I mean,
Right. No, I wasn't making fun of you. I was just like the whole experience of Junkets. No, when I was like 21 years old, I went for an audition downtown Chicago when I lived there for In Living Color, and it was to replace Jim Carrey. By the way, I didn't get the part. Still waiting to hear it. And one of the characters I did on that audition was Susan. And then years and years later, a friend of mine, Raina Larson, who's one of my closest friends, she was like, you should do something with that character, Susan. It was really funny, but you should name it Lazy Susan. And the light bulb went off my head. I love that title. And I was like, what if we work backwards from that title and use that built-in kind of metaphor about someone spinning out of control on a lazy Susan in circles and not figuring out who she is. And then on top of it, I was like, oh, maybe I should play Susan, the woman, because I've never seen in a film a woman played like this, where a man playing a woman like this, where it wasn't a drag queen or a trans person or anything like that. It was just a woman. And the laughs come from the pathos of the character, not from the fact that a man's playing her. And so, and it's kind of an homage to the films I loved as a kid growing up in the 80s and 90s, where, Welcome to the Dollhouse, Muriel's Wedding, or Napoleon Dynamite, where it's very character driven and kind of, so the movie is a little bit of a throwback to that. And I love it because it's a tone that I feel very passionate about the study of like the human psyche and whether you should laugh at it or not, or find the dark moments funny or not. And, a couple critics who reviewed the movie absolutely raved about it. And a couple just despised it, like hated it and hated me in it. And I kind of like that because I say I made the movie for people that would get it, not for the people that wouldn't get it. And so the people that get it are like, oh, I get exactly what you were doing and why you're doing this movie. And other people are like, it's not Medea, so I don't get it, Medea's great, by the way. But I think people, when they see a man in a dress, they think Mrs. Doubtfire, Medea, Tootsie, all of those things. But this is not that at all.
By the way, I literally thought you meant Medea, like heavy drama from like the 14th. I was like, why would it be that heavy? I just realized Medea, I think it is, but go on.
Sorry, Medea, sorry.
I think so. Maybe go on.
Yeah. But after a minute, you just like, oh, that's Sean. And then it's Susan.
Yeah.
You don't think of anything else.
It really is about the character. And P.S., someone's just asking right now, where can we find this film?
It's on VOD everywhere. It's like Amazon, iTunes, Vudu.
Just look up Lazy Susan.
Yeah, you just Google, where can I?
So James, talk about how you were sort of identifying your.
Thank you for saying that, by the way. Thank you.
So after the scene, because it's in the trailer, so that's why I was like, what can I say that won't give it away? But that scene with Margot, who of course is brilliant, Margot Martin,
birthday party,
and that whole where Susan isn't invited to go to Niagara Falls,
and Lily asks to borrow money from the person whose birthday it is. It's like, it's your birthday present. Can you give me money so I can come with you? But anyway, go on.
And right after that scene, Seth turned to me and he said, "This is so dark." And I just said, "Oh, that's just like the family I grew up in, like extended family." I mean, how did you view it?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I love that too. Yeah, I loved how twisted her brain is to ask to borrow money to go on a trip that she wasn't invited on. See, that stuff makes me laugh. Right. And so, when you say it's dark, yeah, it is dark, but I find so much humor in those places. So, yes, I grew up in a similar family that was, there was dark humor growing up all around because we were around so much dysfunction that you had to make people laugh. So, yes, the comedy in this film is a very specific taste. Yeah.
Well, I'm also obsessed with just her weird comeback, which doesn't want to answer. Hi, Susan, how are you? Don't worry about it. What? It's an amazing comeback.
I had to tell him to shut up because he kept saying, "Oh, this is like."
I said it's so much like us. Yeah. When we keep trying to challenge each other.
I love too when Susan meets Velvet, played by the amazing Allison Janney. For the first time, her opening line is a compliment saying, "Oh, you look tan and tired." Why is that a nice thing to say?
But I'm also obsessed with you don't have a job anymore. The flower shop closed. I just drove past it. It's still open, but my department closed. Like, it's the crazy double talk. How did your department close? Don't worry about it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you guys got it. It's great.
It's so much double talk. I'm going to show some photos. Okay, hold on.
While you're doing that, you know what it reminded me of? My favorite TV moments growing up.
I know you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say are the Mama sketches from the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, yeah. Scotty's too. Scotty.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. It's like, it's real, it's dark, it's funny, it's human, it's family, it's about connection.
Yeah. It's almost like exactly. It's almost like you're a fly on the wall to this family's, functionality.
Yeah.
Because she is so selfish and such a nightmare, but I love how early on you show like how sweet she is with her niece, which makes you go, oh, I guess she does have a heart. Like, it's really smartly plotted because you don't hate her. You suddenly go, oh, she is a nice person. She's just messed up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just love it. Anyway, so Lazy Susan, get it anywhere. Don't forget donations. Okay, so the second thing I need to talk about is, I don't even know if you know, Sean, today you debuted on my podcast, Seth Rudetsky's Back to School.
Oh, great. I love that.
Yeah, it just happened today.
By the way, I must do a plug for you now. It's such a great idea. You're so good at it. And I had the time of my life. Like, it was like a therapy session going way back into memories that you didn't know you had until you asked these questions. So they're amazing questions. It's such a great idea and a great platform.
Wow. Thank you, Sean. It's all about high school. And so first you sent me some photos that I just wanted to discuss. So what is this? Looks like you would is this a prom? What is this?
That is it went away. I was the one on the far left. And that's my friend Raina, who had told me to do Lazy Susan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
But this is a holiday dance. That's why everybody's like in red and whatever. I think it was. And me and Raina there, now we're both gay. So that made sense that we went to the dance together.
Oh, she was your girlfriend?
Yeah, she wasn't my date, but she was my friend. Yeah, and I still look pale and scared.
And it's the same glasses.
Nothing has changed.
So this podcast is all about high school. So you sent me all these high school photos. This is another one. That's the same dance, I guess?
Yeah, Yeah, different angle. Good eye.
You know what? And finally, what is this? I bet this is like, sometimes I wonder what song was it?
I think you nailed it. I don't know what that song was. How about that picture? Just me with an open mouth singing God knows what at the piano. Oh, yeah. Seth Rudetsky in the making.
Very sweet. So can you just give someone, because I made you tell so many high school stories on the podcast, but can you just do a quick retelling of when you were sort of like the techie and you kind of destroyed the show?
Which show? Actually, Raina, now that she's part of this interview, Raina was the stage manager backstage, of course, lesbian stage manager. And then
classic,
right? I love her. And so I was also working backstage, of course, classic gay guy backstage before he came out on stage. And so I was in charge of the hydraulic system, right? Which is still the exact same one. I just went back to visit a few months ago, right before coronavirus. Nothing's changed in this theater. It's crazy, from the 1970s. Anyway, so she was pointing up to me to change the scenery. We had like 10 seconds to change the scenery in between these one-act plays we were doing. So she's like, she has a little microphone thing. She's like, go. And I was like, great. And I pull up the scenery, that's massive. I mean, our stage was huge in high school. Massive batten scenery that was hanging on the batten. And there was a rope hooked onto the edge of the batten, which I don't know how it happened, hooked onto the wheelchair that was needed for the next scene. And then a blanket was sitting on the wheelchair. So I'm raising it and the scenery's going up with the rope, with the wheelchair, and then the blanket hanging on the wheel of the wheelchair, right? And the person in the next scene needed to be in the wheelchair for the scene. And she's like, cut it off. No, stop. And I was like, great. And I kept going because I couldn't hear. And then the lights came up, and the first line was like, "I can't believe I'll never walk again," or whatever that was. It was awful. And the kid who was the actor had to like stand there and just act without being in a wheelchair.
Did you think it was hilarious when it happened, or was it now only 20 years later?
Oh, I was in tears. Super, super quick follow-up story. We had the Thespian Awards later that year, and they awarded the Golden Crutch Award, right? Which was whoever was the clumsiest, right? And they took a crutch and they spray painted it gold, and it was like a trophy, right? So like the Golden Crutch Award goes to Sean Hayes for that incident, right? So as I'm walking up to receive it, I'm thinking, you know what would be really funny is if when I grab it, I trip, right? Because I'm so klutzy, right? Mm-hmm. So I tripped and knocked the tooth out of the girl holding the trophy. And she totally started bleeding, and she didn't know what to do. And I didn't know, do I stop? Do I go? Do I speak? Do I help her? I didn't know what to do. And so I just was like, thank you so much. It's such an honor. And she's behind me waiting to escort me off, just like this. Oh, like shaking like this. It was horrible.
Did she get
Missy Vogel singer, wherever you are, I apologize.
Missy, did she get a new tooth?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, these stories and others like it can be heard on Seth Rudetsky's Back to School podcast on Apple or SiriusXM Pandora. Okay, so do we have anything?
I'm gonna get some. Yeah, I'm gonna get some together. But you go ahead.
So Sean, we're gonna send you donations that people, throughout the show, people send donations. So we'd like you to read them. The honor of you reading what we've gotten so far. I'm gonna text you.
You talk to Sean.
Okay.
Donations. Okay. So I can also go to. I want to talk about this for a second. All of your amazing projects. You also wrote this lovely book. Scotty, why don't you walk over for a second, Scottala?
Look at this, is Scotty. Yeah, we rewrote that together.
Hi, Scotty.
Hi, everybody.
You guys are so lucky you look good in hats. Every time I put on a hat, literally the Grim Reaper. Because I have hatchet face. So when I put on a hat, it's just a ugly anvil. And you both look great. Okay, so,
an anvil in a pink shirt.
It's not cute. Wait, so what is Plum?
Can you answer that one?
What is this? Sorry.
So Plum is a story of a oh my gosh, I didn't know this was going to happen today. So wait, Plum is a book that Scott and I wrote, a children's book, and it's a story about how the Sugar Plum Fairy got her wings. We've always been a fan. Oh, what's that? Oh my gosh. Oh, do I read this now?
You're live.
You should tell your story.
Can I read what you just texted me?
Yes, but not this. Okay. Finish about Plum, and then go.
Plum is a story because we both fascinated and in love with the Nutcracker, and we thought, oh my gosh, this story is like on acid, like Alice in Wonderland. Like, where do these people come from? So we're like, let's do origin stories. So the first one we picked was the Sugar Plum Fairy. Like, who was she as a kid? How did she grow up? And so in our book, she's a little orphan, and it's the story about how she became the Sugar Plum Fairy that you now know in the Nutcracker.
Isn't there a gay subtext to it?
Well, yeah, instead of a king and a queen, there's two kings.
Thank you.
Yeah. That adopts her. And literally it's like one page on one line on one page. And it's not the story. It's just
like a throwaway.
Yeah, just a little throwaway, but something that we wanted to put out there as to, gay men together. And we all kind of think of Plum as sort of like who our child would be like.
Yeah, and it's different. It's not a king. There's a billion king and queen stories. Why not two king stories?
And it's a book about fairies.
Get it?
I picked up on that. What would you have felt as kids if you'd seen a book like that?
I would have thought it was wrong. I would have thought God is against us. No, I would have loved it. I would have cherished it. I would have been. So we all would have been so lucky to have stories like that, right? We need more children's stories that embrace the idea that even gay couples with kids are as normal as straight couples with kids.
But what's interesting, what's the unintentional part of it, as we went on a little book tour and we talked with so many kids who read the book, who loved the book, who asked their parents to read it to them every single night forever, for all of the holidays and such. And the unintentional part was just saying, oh, look, those are two daddies. And if anything, it just maybe sparked a little conversation. But that's just it. The kids who are reading it aren't predisposed to the idea that
It's
Her
wrong.
parents should have been a man and a woman or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's just educational without trying too hard about normalizing couples.
Yeah, and in the story, her parents are two dads. That's just what it is.
Right.
There's no baggage with that.
I love that. I wish
the baggage comes obviously when the parents
Yeah.
say no, it's wrong.
But I wish, when Julie was growing up, I don't
There
remember
were a couple of books,
but I
there
certainly
weren't
never
that
read it.
many.
I mean, I love it, the fairy tale aspect
Like
of
the
it.
two penguins. Remember the penguins?
Yes, but I just mean the fairy tale. The two penguins was great.
Yeah.
All right, so read the donations, Shawnee.
Guys, Ronald from California gave $20. Thank you, Ronald. Kathleen from Pennsylvania, $50. Wow, Kathleen. Katie from New Jersey, $100. Thank you, Katie. Jack, who spells it J-A-C, from New York, $250. Oh my God, Jack, thank you. Stephanie from New York, $50. Incredible, Stephanie. And David from California, $50. David, thank you so much. This is incredible. It's going to help so many people. So we really, really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
I have one more question before we go to the next segment from a viewer. Is there an actor or actress that you have not worked with that you would love the chance to work with?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a million.
Me too. I didn't ask for the chatter. I asked for the answer.
That's a stall technique from the Improv 101.
Yeah.
Like there's a million.
Oh, I don't know. I would love to work with, let me think. I would love to, he's an actor and a director, Taika Waititi. I just think he's amazing.
I don't know who that is here.
What's that?
I don't know who that is. A comedian who
Jojo Rabbit. He wrote and directed Jojo Rabbit and starred in it.
Oh, okay.
No,
and starred in it. Very impressive. Okay,
There you
good.
go.
Yeah, and he was also directed and wrote one of the Thor movies.
Yeah, the last Thor movie he directed it.
Oh, that's you guys are sort of into that whole super sci-fi superhero thing. That's where we.
I love sci-fi fantasy. He likes the superhero stuff.
And sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't want to fight. Go on. What's the other one?
What other actors? God, there. I mean, so Meryl Streep, sure.
Meryl Streep. That's on the nose.
Scarlett Johansson. I'm a big Scarlett Johansson fan.
Oh, ScarJo. All right, so look, we always have a medical segment to the show, so we're bringing on the Actors Fund doctor who we love from Mount Sinai. So please welcome, and if you have any questions, please ask the wonderful Dr. Jason Kint. Hi, doctor.
Hello. Hey there.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi, girl. Dr. Jason works in the Actors Fund Mount Sinai sort of clinic foundation.
It's a
health
medical-
center.
Yeah, health center.
That's it.
He's the director of the health center. He's actually our doctor too.
He's our doctor.
So, Dr. Kent, when we were talking earlier, you were saying you wanted to talk about patients with fevers and like what's going on.
Yes. I was on call last weekend and, lots and lots of phone calls, obviously. And most of them were people who woke up or in the middle of the night had a fever and immediately panicked, immediately thought they had COVID, immediately thought they were dying. There's the fever is your body's natural way of fighting off an infection. So it serves a purpose. So you don't have to medicate a fever immediately. As your body's temperature rises, it helps to fight off an infection that you have. So there's lots of rhinoviruses going around. There's other coronaviruses going around. The allergy season has started. So there's sinus infections and strep throat has popped up. So there's lots of things it could be besides COVID. So don't panic. That's the first thing. COVID, people who have bad outcomes with COVID, it tends to cause a pneumonia. So fever associated with shortness of breath, is more concerning. A way to test your lungs at home is take a deep breath in and count out loud as fast as you can and see if you can get to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you can get to 30, there's studies in Europe that show that is normal lung function. It's a way, if you don't have a meter to measure your oxygen level at home, it's a way you can measure and be reassured that your lungs are not compromised. If you have trouble getting to 10 when you do that, that's a time to reach out for help. Lots has been said about medication for fever. So we have been recommending, if you are uncomfortable, to take Tylenol for fever. Tylenol can help bring your fever down, can help if you feel achy. Again, there's no real damage. People are like, what temperature is too high that I might have to go to the emergency room? And if your temperature gets above, 104, 105, some people can have a seizure. So that's a reason to bring down the temperature. Take a cool bath, take Tylenol. But if it's 102, it's 103, medicate for your comfort, but that's not an emergency number. Like, oh my gosh, you have a high fever, you have to go to the emergency room right away. We've been saying Tylenol is the safest medication. There is some theoretical science out there that shows that anti-inflammatory medications like ibuprofen, Motrin, and Aleve can somehow increase the receptors that COVID binds to, which could theoretically make the virus spread quicker throughout your body and get you worse. But that is theoretical, and it has not yet been proven at all. So for lack of better knowledge, we say take Tylenol. But if all you have is ibuprofen and you need something, I don't think ibuprofen is going to kill you. I think it's better to medicate your fever or your pain if you're uncomfortable. If you have a choice, we're just saying take Tylenol now. There's so much about this virus that we don't know yet. So.
Hey, Sean, you had a question?
I do. Have you had any patients that come in and make, really bad color blocking choices like pink t-shirts or anything like that?
Well, that's happened once or twice.
What's that? Seth, what?
Sean, I have something to say to you. Hold on. Dr. Kent. Hold on, Dr. Kent. Anything else, James?
No, I thought Sean had an important question. Jeez.
We love all that information because it's so, and thank you for taking the time to come on. I'm sure you're crazy busy, but we love stuff like that because it is easy to freak out, at the smallest little things. So it's reassuring to have that kind of reinforcement.
Well, and I think especially,
I think.
Okay, go ahead, Dr. Kent.
The best thing we can do right now is be there to help give advice. When do you have to go to the hospital and when can you safely stay at home? Because the last thing you want to do is overcrowd the emergency rooms right now, and you'll get sick if you go to the emergency room. I mean, the hospitals are doing everything to separate COVID patients, but that's where the sick people are right now. So the more you can stay safe at home, the better.
And I think for us, I think for anyone who has someone with asthma in their household like we do, and you hear about the albuterol shortages and so on. That's the part that's worrisome. I literally wrote it down 30, because that's for us. That's because Julie has asthma.
Yeah.
Like anything we can do to avoid a trip to the ER is like top priority in our household.
Yeah.
I do have a serious question. What about New York? You're in New York, right? Manhattan?
Yes. Yep.
And we're in California. We are hearing tiny glimmers that it is kind of finally plateauing, or is that true, or flattening, or?
Yes. New York's numbers have seemed to plateaued and started to drop a little bit, which just means keep doing what we're doing. It doesn't mean go out and, risk it or go visit your friends or go to visit your parents because you haven't seen them in a month. It means what we're doing is working, but we still need to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. We're following the rules.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Kent. Can you join us again on Friday? I'm putting you on the spot.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Friday.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, Queen.
Yeah,
bye. So at this point, anything goes. So Shawnee and Scotty, we say, oh, this is interesting. Hold on.
What?
Someone says, Sean, you're a genius. What's it like working with another genius, Betty White? And will you be working with her in the near future?
She is amazing. She was such a pro on Hot in Cleveland. She was like off book and knew her lines and like the blocking. Like it was like she never stopped doing it. She was incredible. I haven't seen or spoken to her in quite a while, but she's still moving and shaking. So God love her. We loved her. She was a dream.
Okay, hold on. I'm texting someone. Okay, so we think it's very important to be in touch with people. So for emotional needs. So we wanted you to say hello to your pal and mine, staring at the camera, dumbfounded with a dumbfounded face. You got to smile. You look crazy. Please welcome Andrea Martin. I just see this.
Zach.
Oh, my amazing shirt.
Oh!
All I do is give, and all I get back. Oh, hello, Sean. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Andrea Martin. You know, it's so funny.
How
All
is
I
it going?
have, it's going well. All I have from Andrea Martin and the private chat on the side is misophonia, when you can't stand everyday noises.
Oh, by the way, thanks, Andrea, for revealing that you were here. I literally said a secret surprise
Yeah,
guest.
you were supposed to be a surprise.
So make sure that you're actually texting during the show so Sean can see it.
No, I thought that was you. I thought I was texting you. Wait, I texted both of you two, and you didn't get you weren't on your phone.
I'm actually doing a show. Oh, you did? Okay. Well, you know what?
Not you two, Sean and Scotty.
I won't read the second part, but the first part is, you don't want to work with me? Yes, Andrea Martin is the other girl that I would love to work with and have many times, but I would love to do something more.
Did you get the picture that I
Yeah,
sent you?
I'm going to try to upload it right now.
He's host, producer, tech man right now.
Yeah, I'm going to try to upload it. So
I don't know what's going to happen. We made it all together.
Okay, so Sean Hayes and Scotty, why don't you talk about when you first met Andrea Martin? Do you remember it all?
Oh, gosh.
You know, Andrea and I, we were talking about that, Andrea. When was that?
I think it was when we were doing Young Frankenstein in Seattle, but you don't think so.
I remember having breakfast with you before that. You rode your bike, and I thought that was incredible that you ride a bike. You don't take a taxi or subway. You just fucking ride your bike. Oh, can I swear?
Careful.
That you ride your bike everywhere. I thought that's so cool.
Yeah, did my hair look like this?
No, your hair's cute.
I literally cut it and colored it myself yesterday morning.
Hey, Julie would be
Okay, so if you don't know, Andrea Martin and Sean and Scotty are all good pals, and Andrea often is staying over at Sean and Scotty's place. Do you have any stories about staying at their manse?
Their manse.
Yeah, you know, I do have this story on March. So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was with them for I probably outstayed my welcome.
I know, they told me. Yeah, they told me.
I was with them for, what'd you say, Seth? What?
They told me. I remember.
Yeah. They're always saying, no, my gosh, mi casa e su casa. And I think I stayed too long. Anyway, I was there for that's Spanish. Yeah. I was there for a couple of weeks. Anyway, I was there the 2 weeks before I left to come to Toronto on March 13th. And I don't know, I hope I can say this, Sean and Scotty, we were in their living room and watching TV, and you got a phone call. I hope it's okay to say you got a phone call from the doctor at Cedars-Sinai saying that on Monday, that on Monday, LA was going to go into lockdown. And I didn't have a flight back, and I booked it for the next day. But I was so conflicted because I love, you know, they're like my family, Sean and Scotty, and they built a beautiful little home, a space like above their garage that I stay in all the time. And, you know, we're very close and my kids are there. And I was so conflicted as to whether I should fly to Toronto or stay in LA. And I flew to Toronto, but it was a really difficult decision. But yes, we were with each other right, you know, at the crux of everybody shutting down.
And don't you think that was the right choice? Yeah, because you couldn't have seen them anyway.
You know, I think it was the right choice because I think I would have been, even though I shouldn't have, I think I would have been really tempted to see my sons and my granddaughter and, you know, or even to drive. But I think it would have caused enormous amount of anxiety for the three of us because we would just be with each other 24 hours a day, although it would be fun.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Andrea is that when she stays at your place, she's one of those women that's very concerned with her looks, and the hair is always amazing, the makeup. And I know she always looks fully dressed up at all times. And she sent me this beautiful photo of herself napping on your couch.
I can't even. We were really watching Tiger King? We were watching something. American Idol.
Either that or
I think anything.
Our Idol.
Anything. And they took that picture and then showed it to me. It was humiliating with my mouth open. Yes, it's humiliating.
I can't on any level. Okay, Sean, do you have a story about Andrea that maybe not everybody knows that you want to tell us? Or Scotty?
Yeah, I have 1,000, but
oh no, that old chestnut. Give me two.
I don't know. What's a good Andrea story?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's kind of
No, well, I in general, you know, we love Andrea. We love you. You know that, and she is part of our family. And so every time she comes, we laugh so hard all the time. And so it's not. I don't necessarily have a story that I could probably repeat on here, but know that it's always fun. It's always love, and it's so much laughter. I can't even breathe. I laugh so hard.
I will say this. As someone who is typically not doing the bits that they're doing and just spectating, it is a show that you would pay money to see because the two of them, and Seth, you're no different. You and Sean are the same way, but Sean and Andrea, Sean will do a bit and then Andrea will say, okay. Now me, I'll do it. I got to try it. So then she'll do the bit and then Sean will laugh hysterically.
And then he'll do the bit. Yeah.
That will go on for hours.
The best bit is when we do we'll take one line of dialogue and we have to one up each other.
Yeah. You want to do the coffee one?
What's the coffee one?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's the line is, that's a really good
No,
cup
that's
of
good. that's a good cup of coffee. Now that's a good.
coffee.
All right, let me go get my tea. Hold on.
Yeah.
So I'll explain this. So for people watching,
Hold on. I'm gonna get a cup so you can do it with them.
So
too.
basically, this is
move out of the way.
This is a coffee commercial, and it's basically to see how real you could be on a coffee commercial. You have to try it once, and then you get critiqued by your peers over what your skill set is. Oh, you have to take a sip.
So this is something that we've been doing, that Marty Short and Eugene and Catherine and O'Hara. So we've been doing it for years and years, like from the 70s, Judith Cameron, Steve Cameron. One night we did it. Well, maybe I should tell you after we did this. So the joke is, not the joke, but the premise is, it's a commercial. And somebody's just said action, and your job is to sip the coffee and then say, that's a good cup of coffee. Okay? You go first.
It's so much pressure. Okay, Sean.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. And hold on. Hold on. I'm going to say action. Okay? And action.
That's a good cup of coffee.
Okay, first of all, it's a 30-second commercial. That was like a small independent film. I just can't.
Okay. Okay, Seth, you go.
Seth, go ahead. I got your mug here.
And action.
That's a good cup of coffee.
First of all, it looked like there was poo in it, by the way.
Yeah, it looked like you were angry or something at
It
first.
was like this. I'm going to do what you did. Oh, that's a good cup of coffee.
Okay, ready? Andrea, ready? And
me?
Yeah, and action.
That's a good cup of coffee.
Wow. I mean, the mug is bigger than your head right now because it's in the foreground.
Wait, let me go get one of my mom's little teacups. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Her little teacup.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
And it's never good. No one has ever been good at it.
You can't nail it. Look at her go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, ready? And action.
That's a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, I didn't believe it.
No, I didn't believe it.
Because it was tea.
Okay. But I want to tell you this story. So one night we were doing it, maybe at Christmas time, and Tom Hanks was there. And he did that line, and it literally was like an Oscar-winning performance. So real and believable, and unlike me, understated. It wasn't a desperate attempt to be liked. He just tasted the coffee, and it was good.
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
Okay, so wait,
Really funny.
while I have Scotty here, what is going on? Anna Gasteyer has been calling it simmering marital tension. So what's it been like over the last month with you guys?
I mean, for the most part, great.
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No, it's been great. You know, we like, as Andrea knows and you guys know, we kind of like this.
Yeah.
So
Not that
we
much
don't
different than normal.
be quarantined. I always say, you know, as you can make fun of me for saying, but I always say you need to fall in respect with somebody, not in love. So we respect each other. So we like being around each other.
Yeah.
You know, as someone who overstays their welcome on a continuous basis, I can tell you that I think they really complement each other. And it's so comfortable being with you two because you really know the ins and outs of what you want. You respect your space and you like the same things. I mean, they have a beautiful room where there's a TV and a fireplace, and you like what, you know, it's just, you know, Sean's there playing his little games and Scotty's working the TV because he's like a whiz at, you know, everything. He's got the things and the thing, and it's just brilliant. And Sean's there just, it's brilliant. They got a great thing going.
Yeah, it's heaven.
That's
a little slice of heaven.
That's very sweet. And then Andrea comes in her bathrobe like this. We watch American Idol, and 10 seconds in.
Eyes closed.
Eyes closed. Leaning forward. Mouth
The glass is still on. And
glass is on.
Up here.
Okay. So wait, of course, everyone wants to hear about Will and Grace. Andrea, stay when we talk about this.
Well, you've both been on the show. Andrea was on the show, and you were on the show. Oh no, you're going to talk about Seth. Okay. Seth.
Andrea. I was saying, Andrea was a crazy dog walker. Andrea, that was amazing. You were so hilarious and so not like yourself on that show. Just the crazy outfit. What was it like playing opposite Sean? Because you've never done a show with him before.
No, in fact, I can't believe I texted you during your few minutes before when Seth said, "Who haven't you worked with?" And I'm like, "What about me?" And completely forgot that I did that. I was so into the character, I guess. You know, it was terrifying because even though I've done a lot of theater, you know, it's in front of a live audience, and you know, it's a really difficult medium if you haven't done a lot of it to gauge, you know, how big you should be, because should you play for the audience or should you play for the camera? And you know who else feels that way? Marty Short does. We've talked about it a lot. It's challenging for both of us, but for Sean and everybody on the cast, it's like just a piece of cake. But it was great. It was all over, but I was terrified.
I have to say though, first of all, everybody on the show, from Jimmy Burrows to the writers to the cast, everybody was like, I can't believe Andrea Martin is on the show. Everybody was flipping out that Andrea Martin was coming on the show and she was playing the acting, you know, Eileen Brennan played my acting coach, her sister. So it was a perfect fit. Andrea was a pro. She got every single laugh and then some in the scenes. You were so amazing in that part, Andrea. You really were. And everybody was so grateful that you said yes and that you were there. And nobody could believe it.
Well, listen, I you know, I guess I'm just terrified with everything I do. But after it was over, I was really happy to have done it. So,
yeah. And Seth, when you came on, I even said to your face, is that what you're wearing? But then I said, I can't believe you've never done this before, because you were just like a pro the second you came on. Like you had been doing, you said, you know, I've never done a sitcom before. I was like, wait, what? Because you were so incredible and so relaxed and so like comfortable and amazing and got all your laughs too. It's like, it was nuts.
But that was really because of you. For the people watching, it was the first day we did the table read, which is not fun. It's like you're with the entire cast, 30 writers are judging you, and then like 30 suits are judging you on the other side. So it's not like, let's all do a read through. It's like, are you talented? So like I did the read through, which I enjoyed. And after Sean was like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, I'm trying to be professional. Like I got my laughs, but I was completely shut down the whole time. So Sean is like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know, I'm nervous. And then Sean was so sweet. He's like, well, you're not going to, he's like, you won't be nervous if you're comfortable where you are. He goes, let's go look at the set. She like walked me around and he was like, here's where the audience is. And then once you said it's just like doing a play. Literally as soon as you said that, I was like, oh. And then it was so easy for me. So you're really the one that made me super relaxed.
Good. Well, I'm glad you really shined. And then it made me go, why wasn't this like a thing all along?
Because I was basically on the final season and there were maybe 3 episodes after mine. So I chose the perfect time to enter.
Yeah. Wait, is it not coming back?
I think Max had left you a message about something. Anyway,
okay.
So before we go, Shawnee, I want to have what I'm calling kind of a musical chairs face-off.
Uh-oh.
So Scotty set up. So basically, I'd like you to go to the piano, Sean Hayes.
Okay.
Please, thank you. I'll approach my piano.
Go ahead.
I thought we'd each play like you play 8 measures, and as soon as you stop, I have to take over, and then I'll stop, and then you take over, and we'll see who gets.
Oh my God! From the beginning?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, do you know the beginning well? You can begin from another section if you want.
Yeah, I can do it a little. I haven't done it in a long time, but let's try.
I don't know if I buy that because I think you're preparing to do a role, and I think you practice every day. But whatever spin you're putting on it is good.
I don't.
Okay. Is the angle okay?
I think so. Yeah.
You're going first, or I am?
I'll go first. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
From that part?
Oh, I was gonna be at the very, very beginning, but sure, go from that part.
No, you go. Then you open, and I'll come in there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Here, why don't you go from here? Go from there.
I did. Okay. Oh, I skipped. Oops. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Where's it? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Look like that.
Okay, so I don't know this part.
Playful. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Yes!
You're gonna be the hardest part. Shit. Fuck it. Okay, fine.
Bravo! Woo! We have to the very, very ending. Very, very ending. Hold on.
Okay.
John, this is so much fun. Here we go. It's what I'm going to give you. Ready?
Amazing.
That was fun.
Such talent. That is extraordinary. People better be donating a lot of money after that concert. That was
donate, you mothers.
Wait a minute. That's actually a really good idea. We should do more of the like different songs where it's like every 8 beats, every 8 measures. I mean,
we should do the one that with the listing that.
I'm not doing that one.
Okay.
I'll do that one. I'll do that one.
Yes, let's do it next time. I can't wait. This was so fun.
Oh, so fun. It's time to go, Seth.
Yeah, that's it. So, guys, thank you all for donating. StarsInTheHouse.com. Andrea, I'm seeing you with some of your SCTV friends, a couple of them tomorrow. Marty Short, Eugene Levy, and Catherine O'Hara.
That's tomorrow night. And tonight is...
so excited.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Tonight is Glee. And for those of you who didn't give now, maybe want to give tonight because... there's a $5,000 match for people who donate up to $5,000 during tonight's Glee show. Someone will match it.
Yes, please.
All for the actors.
In conclusion, Sean, Scotty, thanks so much for being here. Andrea, you're hilarious. And let's just all finally take a quick little nap. Bye, everyone. Bye.